Hi, I'm Francis, and I'll be portraying Marie Alvord, author of One Woman Rose.
Hi, I'm Melissa, and I'll be portraying Zora Neale Hurston, author of Their Eyes Are Watching God.
Hi, I'm Ava, interviewer. Hi, I'm Naomi, interviewer.
And we're AP Lang students,
Juniors!
Welcome to Book Talk, a show where we discuss and elaborate on books and significant writing pieces. Let's give a round of applause for Alvord.
What you know about me? What you know? My lip gloss is cool.
Hi, I'm Lori.
Hi, I'm Ava.
How are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, let's get started. Tell us about yourself.
Well, for starters, I'm a Native American author and searcher, the first for my tribe. I was raised in the Navajo tribe, a matriarchal tribe that followed me as a woman in a male-dominated society. I was one of the few people to leave my home to pursue higher education. I received my bachelor's degree from Dartmouth College and my master's degree from Stanford University. Some of the awards I received include the Governor's Award for Outstanding Woman from the state of New Mexico in 1992 and the Outstanding Woman in Medicine Award from the University of Missouri Kansas City School of Medicine in 2001.
That is really cool. What did you do after college?
I became a Dean of Student Affairs and taught surgery and psychiatry at Dartmouth. After that, I was an Associate Dean at Central Michigan University College of Medicine and the University of Arizona College of Medicine. Currently, I am an Associate Faculty Member at the Center for American Indian Health at Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health.
I'm particularly interested in one of the passages titled Walking the Path Between Worlds from your autobiography, The Scalpel and the Silver Bear. Can you summarize it for us?
Sure, this passage was written in 1999 and intended for minorities and others wanting to escape their comfort zone and get out into the world. It began with me deciding whether or not I wanted to pursue a higher education after high school or stay in the tribe with my family and friends. I ultimately took the uncharted college path and received an early acceptance into Dartmouth College at 16 years old. College life was very different from home as I experienced a large culture shock. For instance, I'm quite embarrassed to say this, but I wasn't sure how the class system and fraternity worked back then. I felt lost, alone, and desperately needed a community where I could interact and bond with others similar to me. When I first arrived at Dartmouth, I was surprised that there were only 50 other Native American students on campus. We were all disconnected and rarely interacted with one another until one day, we decided to establish a Native American community within the school due to the flaws of the student body. Our community consisted of numerous tribes from various places and we did almost everything together. I guess you could say everything worked out in the end.
How does this passage illustrate the roles of identity, culture, and language in our lives?
As a Navajo woman, I've always felt torn between my indigenous heritage and the Western culture around me. Identity is deeply connected to my cultural heritage. By embracing my roots, I have found a sense of belonging and purpose that has guided me through challenges and successes. It shaped my view of the world and gave me a different approach to medicine and healing, allowing me to integrate traditional Navajo practices with Western medical techniques. Culture plays a significant role in how we navigate the world around us. I've learned to appreciate the richness of Navajo tradition and values, which then allowed me to have a different perspective on things. Finally, language is a key aspect of my culture. It has shaped my style of communication, my relationships, and my understanding of the world. My fluency in Navajo and English has allowed me to communicate effectively with patients and my community, enriching my interactions and deepening my cultural understanding.
How are these roles connected?
These roles are connected as I have trouble finding a balance between the different standards and norms. I find myself as a minority primarily due to my Navajo heritage. I consider the fact that I am fluent in both Navajo and English, which then enables me to cross cultural barriers and the cultures that surround us, as language emerges as a vital factor in the struggle. The adaptability of identity and my language allows us to express ourselves, preserves culture, and connect with others. My experience serves as a reminder of the value of accepting one's cultural heritage while dealing with the complications of a multicultural society where many factors form one identity.
What are your main takeaways from this passage in relation to the text and connection with the roles previously mentioned?
Some of my main takeaways from this passage include the significance of my Navajo culture and how it shaped my identity throughout my early adult years. I thought that was unique and distinguished me from my peers who grew up surrounded by Western culture and influences. I also learned to embrace my identity and was proud to be a Navajo woman. My story proves that anyone can go to college, anyone can go beyond their comfort zone, and anyone can be successful in today's society, regardless of their conflicting cultures and traditions. Additionally, my Navajo tongue and fluency in English are what make me the person I am today. You see, language is a very important aspect of my identity and culture, and it is what keeps cultural traditions and morals alive. It also fosters a sense of belonging and community where everyone understands each other. Being fluent in both languages also allowed me to build more connections and relationships with others, in addition to forming deep interpretations of society and the world.
Great. Now let's move on to the next segment of this interview. What was your purpose in including this passage in your autobiography?
I actually have quite a few reasons for this. One, I wanted to motivate other minorities, including those of my own, to step out of their comfort zone and to hold meaningful connections with those who are unlike them. As forming bonds broadens your perspective and push your mind to potentially new ideas. I also believe that it was essential, and without it, my autobiography would have been incomplete. And finally, I wanted to convey being a part of a diverse Native American community and how it influenced my college experience.
How would you describe the subject?
I would say it would be finding a sense of belonging with your people and effectively building a community.
Last but not least, how would you describe the text?
I would say reflective and motivating, as I'm describing my past after all.
Interesting. Well, thank you for participating in this highly anticipated interview. However, we are not done yet.
I have a little surprise for you.
I'm so excited, I cannot wait.
Okay, good. But thank you so much for your time. Please welcome our other interviewer, Naomi.
Please welcome our very special guest from Gainesville, Florida, Zorno Hurston. Please give her a big round of applause.
So you stay in the light.
Thank you for having me here. I'm excited for this interview.
So tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm an anthropologist and a documentary filmmaker, but my most famous and known profession is the author of the novel Their Eyes Are Watching God.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I can imagine the process of writing this novel is complex. And so can you tell me about Their Eyes Are Watching God and why you wrote it? What inspired you?
Certainly, this novel follows a young woman named Janie, who, like most girls, fantasizes about love and marriage, but that dream is suddenly taken away from her due to societal pressures. She has to learn how to navigate identity, self-worth, and confidence in order to break free from the chains of society. What inspired me to write this novel was to actively point out race disparities that still exist in our world today.
So I noticed that you and Lori have very similar experiences as author and woman of color. Can you dive deeper into how your book, Their Eyes Are Watching God, connects with similar themes in Albert's?
Lori Albert is a very admirable woman. I agree that there are definitely similarities between both of our texts. For instance, Janie and Albert are both women of color, which almost guarantees that they will endure systematic oppression and discrimination due to the color of their skin. Both of these women are also very connected to nature and desire a sense of belonging within a community. Their character development stems from their acts of nonconformity to an oppressive society, marking confidence, freedom, autonomy, and independence as the main themes of both texts.
That concludes our book talk. Thank you to our very special guests, Zorno Hurston and Loria Alwood, for joining us this beautiful afternoon. Tune in next Sunday to see our next episode. Woo!